All right, Black Box Radio. We're in the RONAreport. We have Chipsta. Say what's up, Chip.
Hey, what's going on, Black Box?
And you are a friend to the box, so.
Yes, family.
So we're so glad to have you. So listen, we're going through this virus here.
Right.
And it's changed our lives. So tell the people, what do you do in the community normally? What would you normally be doing?
Well, it definitely didn't change our lives, like you said, because normally in the community, I'm involved with a men's movement where we go out into the communities called We Are Us. We go out into the community, we're trying to get like 10,000 men together, but, the numbers go up and down weekly. They go out 3 days a week, Monday and Thursday from 6 to 8, and then on Saturdays from 12 to 2 p.m., in different parts of the city that everybody, so we try to hit every part of the city, and we go out and hand out resources as far as jobs, trainings, and, some people may need some type of drug treatment, different things going on, promote voting, registering to vote, all kinds of things. And more importantly, we out there to show love to the young people, to let them know that all that killing that they're doing needs to stop, But other than that, my job has changed as well. I just started a new career basically in October of last year. So I'm involved with I'm a peer recovery coach, which supports the recovery community, the drug recovery community as well. So it definitely affected that because I just got a new job March the 2nd, right before all this stuff really hit.
Mm-hmm.
At Grace Medical, is formerly Bond Secure.
Okay, so are you considered essential? Are you still working within this time?
Well, I'm working right now, but unfortunately, I'm not really working in the capacity of what my title holds because, everything is shut down. The hospital is real tight, and then there's also limited resources for me to send people places, because what happens is when they come to the emergency room, they'll ask them, you can come there for a broken leg, but they may ask you, have you ever used drugs and how often? If the people give them any indication that they use drugs quite regularly, then they'll send me a notice to my office, via email or whatever, and then I'll go in and speak with them and try to encourage them and motivate them to maybe try to get some type of treatment for whatever type of substance they're dealing with. But right now, it's limited on the places that I could refer them to, and also it's kind of tight on how they want people walking around the hospital. So they moved me to one of their methadone clinics. So I'm in there doing breathalyzers and stuff because that part has changed for them as well, because they don't want, with the social distance going on, they're giving them take homes for a week as opposed to letting them come every day to pick, get medicated there.
Oh, wow. So, oh my goodness. So methadone is so they're giving the person who's in recovery a bigger amount of drugs to take for the week.
Well, methadone is not really considered drugs. A lot of people don't know that. That's really considered a medication in the recovery field. People can take that the rest of their life and they still be considered clean from drugs. It's a medication. I know. And a lot of people.
That's a drug. So, but I got what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But that's amazing. So they're giving them a week's worth, in other words.
Yeah. So they consider their medication because they can't keep coming to get it every day there. So
got it. So that's what you're doing now.
Yes.
Wow. And breathalyzer. So
we got to make sure that they're not, drinking before they come there and all that. Because like I said, it's still about maintaining sobriety. And when you look at it from a medical perspective, they look at that as medication, for anybody that may have, they look at addiction as a disease. So if someone has cancer, they have to get their chemo. It's their way of medicating these people. So.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So that's what you're doing professionally. So you are actually working during this time.
Yeah. And it's kind of rough because of the mask thing. I understand that it's, crucial to wear, but it's very uncomfortable. And they give us a new one every Wednesday. I just had to get fitted for a new one. And it changed them so much, And they're real strict on that. As soon as I come in the building, I have to get my temperature taken. And, it's just definitely a big difference than life as it used to be,
And actually, the commute to work, it's hardly nobody outside. That's the
Right.
amazing.
Yeah, there's nobody out on the bus stops, nothing, so I can even leave out a little. That part is kind of cool because I can leave out a little later. Nothing holding me up as far as traffic.
And it's very beautiful outside, and you can't even enjoy it. So it's like,
Yeah, like my birthday was Friday. I couldn't do nothing,
wow, happy belated.
Thank you.
Wow, people who having birthdays now, I feel for you guys. I really do.
Right. And
Really.
the funny thing is, I got 3 daughters whose birthday was in March.
What?
And we just couldn't do nothing for them either. So I just told them when it's all over, we just have one big old get together and celebrate
Yeah,
all
big
our
old
birthdays.
shebang. Wow, man. So even through this, and you're working, and how's your headspace? How are you feeling like what we're going through? How are you assessing it, packaging
Well,
it?
my mind is all over the place because I like to read, you know what I'm saying? And then, and I mean, I guess I don't want to say I'm much of a conspiracy theorist, but I mean, there's so many things I'm hearing about this 5G thing going around, and that may have something to do with it. Then they're talking about, that they plan to put this disease out there to try to kill off people. And I mean, it's just all over the place. So my main concern is that, the black community needs to really pay more attention to it. I thought it was kind of a joke in the beginning when I first heard about people dying on the cruises, but now that you look at the alarming rate of how the numbers are just going up, and actually people that I know are posting about family members dying, and you know what I'm saying? So it definitely became real serious, like real quick. And I really don't know what to do. Like, all I can do is pray right now. That's my main thing is I'm trusting God because even with all that stuff, like I said, it could be the government doing it, whoever they're trying to say it. Then at the same time, it could be God's way of trying to get our attention too,
Yeah.
So, but I know at the end of the day, God is going to have the final say in it all. So I understand. I truly believe that no matter what's going on, He is going to fix it all when He's ready.
That is a very optimistic way of looking at it. And faith is important in this time.
Yeah, definitely. And
Yeah,
that's another thing. I'm used to going to church and, fellowshipping with, my congregation and stuff. So now we have to do that over the internet and all that. That's a lot different as well. Because one of my main things is I like the praise and worship part. So, I miss that. I like the singing, the singing part, bro.
So yeah, we have to change everything. I mean, it's so amazing. Like things that we never thought we would do, we're doing. Going to church online, doing everything online. People didn't even want to get online. Not everything is
right. I mean, I had my own little personal birthday party online.
Is that right? That's the way you got to do it. Yeah, we're becoming a virtual society. I don't know if that's being unfolded right on top of all of this.
Right.
But it's definitely something to look at. It's definitely something to look at. So when this is over, right? Where do you what are you working on? Like, are you working on something other than work?
Well, I'm actually my book that I was trying, my autobiography, I've been having much more time to really get that more intact. So when this is over, it should be really ready to come out, and I'm really working on that. I'm also still got my clothing line going on, so I'm putting a lot of ideas and getting stuff ready for that. I've been able to order some stuff, so I'll have it ready when it's over. I've just been working on those things inside.
Okay, tell the people your clothing line. Make sure you shout it out.
Yeah, from hood to good. Like I said, I'm working on my autobiography. That's the name of the book. So I also have a clothing line. I have, like 4 different logos for it to represent different aspects for different people. But I do hoodies, t-shirts. I just got some hats too, so I'll be doing hats. And I think I'm gonna be trying to get into sweatsuits as well. But Hood to Good is my brand. Because that's my life story,
That's what's up. Listen, we're at the part of the story where you leave your last will and testament. What would you like to leave with the people?
Yeah, well, I mean, right now, the main thing I would say is just pay attention to what the medical advice is, because those doctors, they need more about it. They're doing the research right now, man. We got to practice the social distancing and Like I said, if you're a person of faith, definitely keep your prayers going up. If you're not, just like I said, follow all the rules that they're putting out there, because it's not a joke. It's hitting the black community harder than anybody else. That's always seems to happen with us. So, we have to take this thing very seriously. And if you're not working, try to stay home and enjoy your family as much as possible. If you have to work, like I said, man, just be safe, put a mask on or whatever you have to do to make sure you're not spreading it and that you're not catching it. Make sure you're washing your hands. I mean, the same advice that I'm telling you everywhere you go. So, and also take your time. If you're home, man, take time to try to work on whatever gifts you may have. You know what I mean? A lot of business is going out, so we don't have to get the economy going back. So this is a time where we can support our own. There's a lot of talent and gifted black people. So while you're home, start putting your gifts to work. And when we come out of this, man, we can set up our own businesses and start bringing the black businesses back together. That's what I see.
Excellent. Gee.
Chipsta,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed having you on again and hearing your experience with all the things that you have going on during this time. And I'm really excited to hear what you have coming up next.
I'm just so excited, man, that you guys are having this, giving people the opportunity to speak about what's going on. I'm glad that you gave me an opportunity to share with my experience right now, because, one day we're going to look back at all this. This might be a game changer for a lot of people.
All right. Well, listeners, if you've enjoyed this conversation and you would like to hear more conversations from the Rona Report, you can visit blackboxradio.com. That's BLAKBOXXRADIO.com. You can also find Black Box Radio on Instagram and Facebook at Black Box Radio, and find us on Twitter at Box Black. That's BOXXBLAK. Also, if you are hearing this, then you found this. And sometimes it's difficult for us to get this information out to the community. So make sure that you share this conversation, share it on your own social media page, share the link to Black Box Radio with everyone that you know, so we can get these important stories out into the community.
Yes. So we're in the RONAreport. What's the date, G?
It is 4/15.
It is 4/15/20. We had the amazing Chipsta Scott.
Yes. Thanks again.
And this is Black Box Radio. We out. Peace.